Of course, Trump is a Nazi time again.
Let's deal with Hitler, okay?
I don't think it's hyperbolic to say that. I mean, that is Mussolini, Hitler-like language.
Trump's affinity for Hitler was always covered under an umbrella of his stupidity.
Echoing Hitler's words.
Listen to this.
Well, Hitler was duly elected.
That's right.
Echoing the hateful rhetoric of Adolf Hitler.
It echoes Hitler.
That's the kind of language Hitler used in Mein Kampf.
About vermin and Hitler and Mussolini.
That's a horrifying clip. That's a fascist clip.
We're just going full on Hitler.
From Hitler's Germany.
We just need to say, for the record, that the term vermin was really effectively used by Adolf Hitler.
Echo dictators like Hitler.
With language evoking authoritarian figures like Adolf Hitler. And
Adolf Hitler.
Donald Trump parroted the autocratic language of Adolf Hitler.
Talk about the brilliance of Hitler's generals.
Correct.
General Kelly, yes.
I'm up here telling you this. I'm no politician and I don't want to be, but I do care about the truth. And the truth is that the media has lied to us about Donald Trump. I know this because for a long time I believed those lies. So I'm here to set the record straight.
That's celebrity Amber Rose calling out the Trump is a Nazi media for all of her 20 million plus social media fans to see. Gang, we're going to see for ourselves how the harrowing events of this past weekend officially mark the end of the era of the liberal media. And the irony is that they only have themselves to blame for their own colossal implosion. You are not going to want to miss this. Hey gang, it's me, Dr. Steve, your Patriot Professor, here to help you stay sane in these insane times. So make sure to smack that bell and subscribe button. Remember, tonight is the night we got our special Call to Arms event, our own free online event tonight at 7 p.m. Eastern. It's a completely free online event that'll show you your own crucial role that only you can play in securing Trump's victory in November. All you got to do is just click on that link below or scan the QR code to secure your spot, and we'll send you your very own Courageous Conservatives book bundle absolutely free as a thank you for taking your part in securing Trump's victory seriously. So don't wait. Click on that link below or scan that QR code right now. And finally, you all know that I'm very passionate about the fact that we can't rescue our nation if we don't first take care of ourselves. And health actually starts with our livers. Now, if you think about it, we throw everything at our livers, right? Cholesterol, alcohol, statins, Tylenol, you name it. That's why so many of us have a sluggish fatty liver that makes us gain weight and lose energy. But thanks to today's sponsor, there is a very real solution. Liver Health Formula is an all-natural supplement. It contains 12 clinically proven botanicals that help recharge and protect your liver. It's manufactured right here in the USA and approved by independent American doctors. And if you click on that link below right now, you can try Liver Health Formula and receive a free bottle of blood sugar formula when you order today. So don't let a fatty liver keep you sluggish and inactive. Gang, you know this is personal for me. I myself recently lost over 60 pounds, and I can say it was one of the best decisions I ever made. So now it's your turn. Click on that link below or go to getliverhelp.com/Turley and claim your free bonus gift. That's getliverhelp.com/Turley.
Like me, President Trump, you know, I have some of the most highest amount of death threats because of people like you, because you choose to only take certain words from people, and then that's what you want to report. Shame on you. Shame on you. Because no. You're the problem. And where's this woman from?
The Times.
You're
London.
from the Times? Okay, you're ridiculous. And you're the problem in our country. You lie about people like me. This is the first time you've ever talked to me. I want you to know I'm a regular person like you. I'm also a mom. I have 3 kids. And we have to put up with the most unreal amount of bullshit because of little liars like you that take your job and turn it into political activism. Your job is the press. You should report the news. Not lie about it. You don't get to ask any more questions. I'm done with you. Okay. Because you're the cause. You're the cause of our country. You're the cause of our country being divided. You're the cause of our country being divided. You're the cause of President Trump almost being assassinated. You're the cause of everything wrong in America. No, you're done. You're done. Yeah, go back.
Thank you.
That's the great Georgia Congresswoman Marjorie Taylor Greene showing us all how it is done, especially after the harrowing events of this past weekend. You know, on the morning after the train wreck of a debate, or back on that Thursday night, June 27th, as we were sifting through all the rubble of that colossal political implosion, I said on that morning, last night marked the end of the Biden presidency. That was what I believed to be the ultimate takeaway from what happened on that debate stage. We all, the whole world, collectively witnessed the end of the Biden presidency in a very real way. We don't have to wait till November 5th or Inauguration Day on the 20th of January. Biden's presidency had, for all intents and purposes, come to an end. Now, of course, it still lags on formally, but in terms of its credibility, its plausibility, its power, its influence, it had effectively died. And I think it's safe to say that things have frankly only gotten worse for Biden ever since. In a similar way, this past Saturday, J13, at precisely 6:11 p.m., we saw the end of the legacy media. That assassination attempt, ironically, was the coup de grace, the final kill shot of the legacy media. Now, I mentioned to you in one of Monday's videos, but while the legacy media was largely just dithering around with their asinine headlines, like the CNN headline that first broke the news by claiming that the Secret Service rushed Trump off the stage because he fell. Yes, that was an actual so-called news reporting. While the whole of the legacy media was engaged in comparable, pathetic antics, the world, and I mean the entire world, was finding out what was happening in real time on X, formerly known as Twitter. And I said that I believe that this was the event that put X at the center of the digital information universe. Elon Musk said that. He tweeted out, I tried using both X and legacy media this weekend, but legacy media was so far behind and wrong that it was pointless. And I think that's a beautiful summation of what happened over the weekend. The legacy media, the entirety of the legacy media complex was literally rendered pointless. They were rendered totally irrelevant. June the 27th marked the end of the Biden presidency, and J13 marked the end of the legacy media. Now, let me contrast between two different reports coming out of the Republican National Convention, because this only further underscores just how pointless the legacy media has become. Here's pollster and focus group coordinator Frank Luntz. Okay, here's a tweet that he sent out on the first night of the Republican convention. Quote, last night, voters saw a Republican Party that they and I have never seen before. A stage filled with hardworking taxpayers, African Americans, working women, union members, and delegates dancing in the aisles. Speeches bashing corporate America and the status quo. We witnessed the realignment of American politics, Trump style. And he's absolutely right on that. We've been talking about this political realignment in the making for years now on this channel. One of the most significant developments to come out of the 2016 election was that nearly 200 counties in Wisconsin and Iowa and Ohio and Michigan and Pennsylvania that have voted Democrat in every single presidential election since the 1980s suddenly switched and voted Trump, some by double-digit margins. And the reason for that is the massive defection among primarily white working-class voters away from the Democrats and to Trump. And again, we got studies that show a comparable defection among working-class voters throughout Europe as well. What Frank Luntz is reporting there is real news. This is what's really happening in politics. We are seeing a working-class political realignment away from the Democrats and towards the new Trump Republican Party. By contrast, here is what MSNBC was, quote, reporting.
Universal kind of reaction that I'm getting, whether it's civilians or, professionals, is really a deep concern and lack of confidence in not us at this table or us at MSNBC, but us as the media writ large. And a fear that what's going to happen now is that the Republican Party will do what they do. They're in the middle of a campaign. The convention started today. But the media will acquiesce to trying to convince people that the things they've been experiencing for the last 5-6 years didn't happen. That the greatest purveyor and promoter of political violence, really, since anyone can remember, since George Wallace, I think, that we just haven't experienced that kind of open, sort of citing or sort of incitement of violence or sort of luxuriating in the idea of violence. It's just not something we're used to anymore in American politics. And then we had to get used to that being a thing. And people are concerned and expressing concern that we won't be the guardians of memory and that we will allow Donald Trump, as he is, bathed in the glory and grandeur of his party, to rewrite himself as both a hero and a victim, that people who are the most vulnerable to not just the things he's done, but the things he's promising to do, and that will then happen without a guardian saying, wait, stop, and then the media will acquiesce to this rewrite. And the people that I've been talking to don't accept the rewrite.
What the hell was that? I mean, I'm being totally serious. What the hell was that? I mean, again, just compare what you heard from that borderline illiterate Joy Reid to what Frank Luntz observed in that tweet. Very simple, very straightforward analysis. We're seeing a very real demographic paradigm shift in the making because of Donald Trump. What did you get from MSNBC? I'll tell you exactly what you got. You got an incoherent rant. That was an incoherent rant from someone whose mental processing has been radically polluted by your total and complete hatred of Trump. And if you thought such absurdity could not possibly get worse, take a look at how this MSNBC panel handled the brother who spoke at the RNC on behalf of his sister, who was murdered at the hands of an illegal alien.
Sorry, go ahead. I just want to note that when it was coined, Everyday American rubbed me the wrong way, but it seems to have taken off. Just want to note that Everyday American, which is the title for the individual speaking right now, has seemed to work. I didn't think that had legs, but it has.
Now, if you don't know, that was the left-wing activist Chris Hayes basically mocking the family of Rachel Morin, who was raped and murdered by an illegal migrant. I guess I have to say allegedly raped and murdered in Maryland in August of last year. Now, you'll notice two things here in the so-called news coverage. Number one, MSNBC refused to show Rachel's family. You'll notice that. They refused to show it. Her brother gave a very moving and powerful speech on the horrific consequences of open borders. But you wouldn't know that if you were just watching MSNBC. And you wouldn't know that because MSNBC did not report it. Instead, and this is the second thing, instead, they mocked how the Republican convention was exhibiting on stage so-called ordinary everyday Americans like this guy. And it seems to be working. I didn't think it would work. I mean, after all, who would be stupid enough to fall for this? But I guess there's a lot of stupid people out there. Now, again, I ask you, I mean, irrespective of the absurdity of all that, how is that news? How is that reporting? Of course it's not. It's not reporting. It's propaganda. And the entire world is witnessing. They are seeing in real time the exposing of this nonsense for what it really is. And that's what the pop star Amber Rose did the other night. She called out the Trump is a Nazi media for all her 20 million plus social media fans to see. Elon Musk is right. The legacy media today is utterly pointless. The wonderful news is that as of this weekend, the whole world realized just how pointless they really are.